So, how to beat your depression to finally stop beating your meat. You know, the moment when I was porn addicted, I was watching porn every day to cope with my shitty life. Like, no, I was eating shitty food. I didn't had that deep connection, like a deep friend group. Didn't really had anyone to talk about this. And to cope with that, like, I watched porn. There was a specific day where it's actually pretty sad, but I was going to school and I was sitting like at the back of my class, and there was always this one guy who was bullying me, and it was like pretty embarrassing. He had like a girlfriend, and she was also bullying me, and I acted like I didn't care. I laughed it off, but deeply, it it hurt me. But I was going back when I was going back home. I was just gaming, like eating my shitty food, and I was feeling shitty afterwards that, and so I'm watching porn to get like a little stress relief from all the bullshit that was going on in school or like outside with other people. And this was going on until I was like 17. I was discovering self-improvement, and things are starting to get better for me. I got treated better, but I still was addicted to porn heavily, and I was still like having like these depressed feelings, and I didn't know why it was happening to me. I tried different shit out, like meditation, the gym, but this doesn't really work for me. There was still something missing inside of me that was making me feeling like stuck, and I was searching for something for years, and I finally found something, and this fixed my depression, my porn addiction, some other some other bad habits like my diet and my social media consumption. And I want to tell you in this video what it is. By the way, if you are addicted to porn, if you are depressed, then click the link down below, join my community, and I have everything in there covered to get rid from this, to finally beat porn in 90 days. Yeah, so the one main cause, like it's 80% of that beat my porn addiction, and it's the diet. You probably heard that the diet can affect your mood, but they don't tell you how really important it is, and they giving you like shitty, like the other YouTubers who are giving like these tips on how to fix depression. They're giving like these shitty tips that doesn't really make a difference. But if you want to fix depression and your porn addiction, you need to focus on your diet more. And I mean by that, and the diet that I'm talking about is a raw meat diet. Depression and porn addiction, these are all like symptoms of fucked up hormones in your body and your stomach, like your gut health, that's making you feel like you have brain fog, that you can focus, that you don't feel like your life is intact. So the moment when you fix that, your anxiety, like I will promise you, the moment when you change your already like the diet that you're doing right now to an all meat diet, your anxiety will go away, your fear of judgment, your porn addiction, your depression, like every mental disease that you can imagine will be gone after you're doing it for a period of time. It usually takes like 2 months, and To start with this diet, for me personally, I started with cooked meat, and it's already like I already felt the benefits, like of like my brain was starting to work again. I could the B12 that would get into my brain was helping me to make better decisions. It was making everything clear for me. And when I ate like cooked meat, the cooked eggs, and I would suggest you to start the same. And then after some time, when I get more comfortable with this kind of eating, I would start eating more raw things. At first, gonna taste disgusting, but if you do it over and over again, you will get used to that taste and you will learn to like it. Because this is our natural diet, and how I said it fixes all your mental diseases. Like I started after eating like cooked meat and cooked eggs, I started with raw muscle meat. You can get raw muscle meat from the supermarket. This ground beef. It's like 2 pounds for 1 kilogram. Or you can start with organs. I personally like raw liver, and this is the most nutrient dense food that you can get, and the best one. Start by eating just a little bit, and then getting more and more over time, but not too much of the organs because they are like very dense in some nutrients like copper or zinc. So start with the raw muscle meat first, eat it over time, and then then do the organs, and you will see you will get used to it, and you will feel amazing after eating like this. Your skin get cleared up, and if you only eating meat, you also lose a lot of face fat. This is what I personally discovered. And yeah, if you eating like this for 1 or 2 months, you will you will get rid of depression. Trust me. I searched for so much shit, and this is the only thing that worked for me, that make me like pursue other things and not focusing on my mental health anymore. Yeah, but again, if you're confused about that, click the link down below, join my community. There's everything covered that you need to know: how to beat porn, how to beat depression, how to beat all your mental diseases. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.